From becoming the all-time scoring leader in NBA history to dominating the league at 38, LeBron James is the greatest player in NBA history. But how did he get there? It had something to do with the fact that he was the most highly rated prospect in history. No other player in NBA history has ever been hyped up more than LeBron was. And that's before he even joined the NBA. And to think, LeBron didn't even go to college. He was plucked straight after high school by the Cleveland Cavaliers, becoming their first overall pick. And the rest, as they say, is history. When you come in with those expectations, whatever you do, you'll always kind of come up short, no matter what. Inevitably, you get compared to the greatest players of all time. Unfortunately, most players fail to live up to that hype and eventually burn out. Many can't even express their true potential because of the insane pressure there is. But LeBron was a superstar the minute he entered the NBA court, and he's only become better and better over time. He'd easily go on to win the Rookie of the Year award, showcasing his triple threat ability on the court in his first year. And he almost immediately became the best player in the Cavaliers' history in his first stint alone. But for all his individual ability, LeBron's time in Miami got him a seat on the all-time greats table. The decision may have been criticized worldwide, and only a few other moments have been more hated by NBA fans than that. But once LeBron took his talents to Miami, he didn't look back. To say that his biggest moment to make it or break it came in the 2012 NBA Finals is no exaggeration. Most players would have wilted under the pressure after the Heat lost the NBA Finals in 2011, but LeBron was never a regular player. There was a belief until that point that LeBron just couldn't close out games and was even labeled Le Choker. And with Dwayne Wade struggling in the postseason and the Heat down 2-1 to the Pacers in the series, LeBron rose to the occasion, scoring 40 points, grabbing 18 rebounds, and missing an all-time great triple-double by only one assist. Then, he would do it all over again against the Boston Celtics, this time in the Eastern Conference Finals, and then went the distance in 2012, winning his first ring. He liked it so much, the King did it again the following year, taking the Heat to back-to-back titles. But he didn't stop there. He couldn't. LeBron's greatness would only be defined if he could take a weaker team to the title. That was the test put on the table for him by the MJ faithful, and that led to LeBron's return to Cleveland. At that time, the Golden State Warriors, under the leadership of Steve Kerr and the Splash Brothers, had redefined the NBA. Despite LeBron having the #1 pick, Kyrie Irving, and Kevin Love on his roster, no one gave them a chance against the Warriors. The three-point beast, draining those long rangers from everywhere, they would dominate those years. And one fine season, they went the entire regular campaign, losing only 9 games. Who could possibly challenge them in the postseason? No one stood a chance. And as you'd expect, they raced to a 3-1 lead in the NBA Finals. LeBron's legacy was under doubt once again. The doubters were asking whether he was just another flash in the pan. Many players have won 2 titles. What makes LeBron so special? Nothing. And that's when LeBron rose to the occasion, like he always does. 3-1 down, the King put together 2 41-point performances in games 5 and 6 to take the finals to the distance. He couldn't, could he? You best believe he can. LeBron completed the comeback against the leaders of the West, defeating them under insane circumstances, capping the greatest come-from-behind win the NBA has ever seen, and will probably ever see. And just like that, another feather was added to LeBron's greatness. But just to further his case as the greatest, LeBron would turn the 3s into 4s. Having already won 4 MVPs, LeBron needed to turn the other 2 defining numbers into 4 as well. He had 3 Finals MVPs up until that point, and a 4th ring would pretty much settle the debate, no? It certainly wouldn't happen in Cleveland, though. He had already given them their greatest ever moment, and rectified the mistake of the decision, only to eventually leave Cleveland for a second time, with the Lakers welcoming the King with open arms. It's fitting, isn't it? The greatest player of all time, going to LA to further his legacy to play for the greatest franchise for many, although they still needed a title to level their arch rivals, the Boston Celtics. And LeBron arrived with so much promise. Like he always does, you know? I mean, I've seen some remarkable performances from some remarkable athletes over the years, but LeBron dominating the NBA in his late 30s in the purple and gold will always be one of the greatest things that the sport has ever given us. James took the Lakers to their 17th title while adding a 4th ring to his legacy, as he averaged nearly 30 points in the finals while grabbing nearly 12 rebounds per night and dishing out 8.5 assists per night. It was simply phenomenal from the King, as he became only the 4th ever player to win 3 championships with 3 different franchises. What else was left? Oh yes, the scoring record. LeBron has always maintained that he's a pass-first player. His stats from his career confirm that. LeBron loves a pass almost as much as he loves a bucket, and if there's a pass on, he'll always look for one. Which is why, when playing against the Oklahoma City Thunder in early February, LeBron sunk that fadeaway jumper and broke NBA's all-time scoring record, with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in attendance. It was easily up there as one of his greatest achievements, if not the outright greatest. I mean, think about it. He didn't even set out to do it. The man has 1 scoring title in his entire career, and that's got nothing to do with his ability. He just never was a score-first guy. Like he told a courtside fan on one occasion, "I didn't even try to break the scoring record." But that is LeBron's moment equivalent to the Last Dance. However, the clincher in LeBron's bid for being the greatest of all time isn't the scoring record. It's his longevity. Easily. Think about it. This current NBA season of 2022-23 is LeBron's 20th in the NBA. He arrived onto the scene exactly 20 seasons ago as a rookie, and he averaged nearly 21 points per night while producing fantastic all-round displays. 20 years later, 4 MVPs later, 4 rings later, and 4 Finals MVPs later, LeBron's still playing the NBA, aged 38, and he's still dominating the proceedings. Not to mention, the end is still not in sight. Since turning 38 in December, LeBron's averaging a mind-boggling 33 points per night. That's not normal, man. He's already got 9 35-point performances since turning 38, only 3 less than the all-time record by MJ. And for some reason, I find it so strange that all we talk about is LeBron's scoring ability. He's also the 4th in the all-time assists leaderboard, and that should tell you all you need to know about LeBron's greatness. The King has done it all at the biggest stage. For me, LeBron just about edges Michael Jordan as the greatest of all time, no matter what Stephen A. Smith has to say. That's all I have on LeBron's journey to all-time greatness.